Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining me again, and apologies for the lateness of this video. It has been one of those days. And it started off this morning in my local co-op. And I wanted to share something with you. Just by the counter, there's the newspaper stand with all the daily rags on there, and you pick whatever you want to pick. And I was very taken by the headline on the front of the Daily Mail that said, councils are going to be looking at hiking council tax bills up further than they're legally allowed to. Usually, they can only go up to a certain amount, which was, I think, raised by Jeremy Hunt under the last Conservative government without having to call a referendum if they wanted to go further. And they would never call a referendum because of how unpopular that tax is. Now, I did a video on council tax about 4 months ago with this thumbnail here, Council Tax Will Finish Us. And this was all about the rumour that was circulating at the time that the 25% council tax discount, which many people throughout the land actually take, was under threat. And what struck me particularly was the headline, council tax could raise by 25% further than legally allowed. So I put the two together and I thought, hello, what's going on here? Well, this is the online version of that headline. 4 million households face council tax rises up to 5 times the legal limit from April as bankrupt local authorities look to exploit loophole to plug black holes in their books. Now, it's very important with councils, and I've asked the question myself, where is the money going? Is it going to where it says on the demand that they send you? How are your payments accounted for? What percentage? You know, so many questions, and I think more people need to keep asking them. And I'm hearing and getting email more and more stories now about councils employing literally bully boy demanding tactics with regard to getting their money, from the courts to, enforcement action. It really is very intimidating. Now, what they're looking at doing is exploiting a loophole, and here it is. They can exploit a loophole with the threat of issuing a so-called Section 114 notice, effectively declaring themselves bankrupt and allowing them to go for higher rises, which would be signed off by Angela Rayner in her role as Secretary of State for Housing, Communities and Government. So not only do we have the problem of inheritance tax, income tax, corporation tax, and just about every other tax you can think of going, we now have this problem with council tax. Now, I'm old enough to remember when this shenanigans started in the first place, as I'm sure everybody that watches this channel is. And I can see this heading for trouble, because it's one thing demanding that it's paid, but there's certainly another thing, people's ability to pay it. Doesn't add up, and it's not going to work. Let me know what you think in the comments, but people need to start asking questions, in my view. Thanks for watching. Have a look at these videos that have just popped up. I look forward to talking to you soon. Toodaloo.